In the projectile chapter, whatever projectile you read, actually they relate to projectile on horizontal surface and the formulas are relating to them. So, when the surface is different, when the projectile is different, those formulas will not do. So, you have to learn and recognize actually which motions are projectile. That is why today I am making this video. Please go listen to this very carefully. I am DATTA sir. I am an IIT JEE teacher for many years. Many of my students have cleared IIT JEE and other JEEs with high ranks also. So I have seen that many of the students have their problems with projectile. That's why I have decided that I will discuss this with you. So very carefully listen to this video. If you like it, then give a like and subscribe this channel, and also share as much as possible to your others. And I will be posting this type of videos very frequently, so that you press the bell icon also, so that you can get notification of new videos. Also, you send your comments whether you need any such video particularly. I will do that. So let me come to the point. Look at the blackboard. See which motions are projectile. First you have to understand that. In the horizontal projectile on horizontal plane, you have seen it is projected with some velocity at some angle with the ground, and there is an acceleration which is acceleration due to gravity, and that is a constant acceleration with constant value and constant direction. So in general, any motion where the acceleration is constant like this, it may not be towards the ground, but it may be in any other direction. So in any motion, and if something is projected with an initial velocity which is at some angle with that acceleration, it makes a projectile. But only thing, those projectiles cannot be solved by the formula for ground projectiles. So that also I will discuss. In many chapters you will see this type of projectile. Suppose in electrostatics there is a uniform electric field and there is a charged particle projected with some velocity, then it will be definitely attracted in a particular direction and it will have an acceleration in a particular direction. So that will also make a projectile. Now the question is how to solve the projectile problems. Actually, for solving projectile problems, you have to at first fix up some coordinates and choose them as x and y coordinate. Then you resolve the velocity and acceleration towards the coordinates. After that, you can use the kinematic equation for them because the acceleration is constant. You know that kinematic equations are applicable only when the acceleration is constant. And this vector resolution process using I, J, etc. unit vectors you can also do. These examples you will find in, I have already told, in electrostatics, maybe in any other areas where you may ignore the gravity, but there are other constant forces. So constant force means constant acceleration. So there also there will be projectile. So I am giving you an example of this. It will be very easy for you to understand. See, in this board I have given one example. You just listen to this. Suppose there are two inclined planes. One is AO, O is the origin. One is AO, another is OB. These two inclined planes are at right angles. Now, from A on the first inclined plane, which is inclined at 53 degree with the horizontal, an object is thrown with initial velocity 60 meter per second and in a direction perpendicular to the inclined plane, and such that it falls on the second inclined plane perpendicularly at B. Now the question is, we have to find OA and also OB, and by this we have to find AB also. And in the triangle AOB, you see that AB is the hypotenuse. So if we know OA and OB, we can find out AB. OA is already given, say 100 meter. Now how to proceed with this problem? How to proceed? Just listen carefully. Suppose we take OB as x-axis, OA as y-axis, and in that case U will be Ux because it is along x-axis, and it is 60 meter per second. Now acceleration is towards the ground g, it is vertically downwards. So we resolve the acceleration along the two axes. The axis x, along the axis x it is g cos 53, along the axis y it is g cos 37. Now if we see that initially u was along x direction and finally that x component is absent at b, that means ux becomes 0 when it falls to b. So let the time becomes t. So in this time let it fall. So in that case we can say that ux becomes 0 in time t, and if we apply the kinematic equation, that is u equal to v equal to u plus at, we can write ux is 60 meter per second, vx is 0, and which is equal to 60 minus 6t. What is 6? 6 is g cos 53. G, let us take g as 10. So by solving this we get t equal to 10 seconds. So if I got this 10 seconds, then we can find OB also by using that ut minus half at square, means ux into t minus half into gx, means g cos 53 into t square. By this we can find OB, and if we find OA and OB, we can find AB also. So you understand that any type of problem like this, we have to resolve the velocities and acceleration into axis, and then we have to apply the kinematic equation. Then we can solve the equation very quickly. So this is the concept. First we have to recognize what is projectile motion, whether the motion is projectile motion. If you get it as a projectile motion, then you solve it like this. I hope you have understood this. These are the areas where I find the students are facing problem. So I am making this video. So this is today's video, and I will come to you again with another type of video, this type of video.